What's up, guys? The Senate back with a new video. We're doing something new. We're doing a Spider-Man video. As you can tell from the title of the video and the thumbnail, I'm going to be ranking my 5 favorite Spidey suits. This is my personal list, so please don't attack me for it. If your favorite wasn't on the list, it's probably because I either didn't play it enough or I just didn't have enough slots to fit it in. I generally think 5 is a good amount for like a best and worst list, because 10s can sometimes push it and maybe go on for a little too long. So I think 5s are a decent number for lists. Before we get on to it, I just want to thank you all for the recent support on my channel. It's been growing so much in the past few weeks, and I'm very honored to have a really nice fan base. I'd like to do something at 250 subs, and then maybe a face reveal at 300, but let's get on with the list. So at number 5, we have the Scarlet Spider suit. This is an iconic suit ripped straight from the comics and perfectly placed into this game. You'll notice that the spider logo is more hastily put on. It's not permanent, it's more temporarily looking. The whole suit seems to be just thrown together, but kind of in a professional way. The white eyes with no black outline is definitely a highlight, along with the crooked spider on the front. The amount of detail in the suit is amazing. There's 2 types of fabric woven into the suit towards the arms and legs. It makes it look more complex and not just static. The utility belt is also a nice touch, even if it looks a little like Batman's. Along with the web cartridges on his wrist, that's also a very nice touch and very unique to the suit, as no other suit really has web cartridges on his wrist. The hoodie itself looks amazing, with the drawstrings actually having like effects with like the web swinging and gravity. It's really hard to notice while playing, but I imagine you could figure it out in photo mode. It simply looks amazing, and it's definitely a welcome addition to the pretty decent suit pool that's in this game. At number 4, we have the Anti-Ox suit. This is an original suit Insomniac made. Its purpose in the story is fit by protecting Peter after he's beaten by Doc Ock towards the end of the game, so he could stand a better chance at fighting him with the final boss. The suit is black and yellow, which are really good contrasting colors. The suit looks metallic and armored, just like you would think it'd be. If you look closely, you'll notice that the suit has different types of metal in detail. On Peter's backside, the metal looks more smooth and maybe not as protective, while towards like the front and outside of his body, the metal looks more rugged and a little bit more armored and protective. The yellow is also very bright and lights up a decent amount of area. It's a very simple design, but it works extremely well. It's original while taking ideas from other suits, and all it requires you to do to unlock it is to simply just beat the game. No difficulty required. You can beat it on the easiest, the hardest, you'll still get it. It's fairly easy and no requirement, so it's simple. Coming in at number 3 is the Future Foundation suit. This is a design also from the comics when Spider-Man decided to join the Fantastic Four. It's a simple suit with 2 colors. The black and white contrast off each other very nicely, and both sort of create an intricate design on the suit where you often think to yourself, what would it look like if the white was where the black was and the black was where the white was? It's sort of like our zebras with white with black stripes or black with white stripes. You can kind of tell that there's more white than black, but it still is woven together really nicely. Black surrounds the outside of his side. The white is more like the inside part, towards like the center of his body. The eyes are shiny clear, not white, with no black outline around them. The spider goes around his neck and throughout his arms. The front and back both connect around his neck through his arms and around his waist. The outside of his legs are black, while the inside of his legs are white, leaving a sort of split color look to it, similar to the red and black Harley Quinn suit from the comics. The best part of the suit is it looks both great at night and at day. It's also free, not having you to do anything to unlock it. It's an excellent addition to the collection. Hopping in at number 2 is Spider-Man 2099. Spider-Man 2099 is a suit from the comics based off the series Spider-Man 2099. In that series, he's in the year 2099, which explains the futuristic look to the suit. It's a major change from the classic look, but similar in some ways. For instance, the colors, it's just red and blue. The spider on the front is probably the most unique and different change, with it being more of a skeletal spider, looking like a skull and a spider at the same time. It has 4 legs going down his abs, and 4 connecting to go down to the length of his arms. He has Batman-like spikes on his arms, with red going down the top of them. If you're in photo mode or pay close enough attention, you notice that throughout the suit there are 3 different types of fabrics or fibers woven into the suit, which is a very nice detail. There's one that's sort of smooth, one that's like half smooth, half rough, and then there's a little bit that's just completely rough. It looks very like robotic and futuristic at the same time. It's a really nice looking suit, and it's a moneymaker. It's definitely a really beautiful suit. The red and blue bounce off each other very nicely. The mask has no lens, but just has red around where the lens would be, and sort of like a skeletal spider shape similar to the one on his chest. Something else of note is there is no back spider. This was because he originally had a cape, but Insomniac must have thought that the cape would take too much time to sort of animate. The suit is similar to Spider-Man Unlimited suit, which the show gets a lot of flack, but I think that suit looks amazing. It's similar to the 2099, but it has a lot of black in it as well, along with the web cape, so it takes inspiration from 2099, but it's its own thing, and I really like that suit. Overall, 2099 is an amazing suit, but it definitely couldn't beat number 1. Donning the crown and climbing up at number 1 is the Raimi suit. The whole suit just feels classic and beautiful. It's so simple and complex at the same time. It's got simple shades of red and blue with silver webs around the red to sort of make the red pop out more instead of just simple black webs. The lenses are a more clear color, not really white, but not silver or black either. The spider symbol on the chest is gray, fitting the silver webs, and is very small. The attention of the fibers in the suit is very amazing. Insomniac did an amazing job putting the suit in the game. The symbol on the back is also very simple. It doesn't connect to anything or weave into anything. It's just on his back, pride and proud. Overall, the suit is just so simple, it just works. There's no red on his lower half other than his boots or socks or shoes. The webs intertwine on his hands very, very well as they go down in several different patterns. They aren't just the same along his whole body. Overall, the suit has so much detail and looks great. It's a nice addition, and it's free, so you don't have to do anything to unlock this one as well. Insomniac did such an amazing game putting this suit in, and it's what people wanted so bad, and the fans finally got what they want, so yeah, you can unlock it from the start. It's one of the best suits in the game. What's not to love? Anyway, that was my Spider-Man video. It's definitely different from what I used to make. Don't worry, Battlefront 2 videos are not going anywhere. I just like to change it up a little so that Battlefront 2 can remain on the channel for as long as possible, since there's no more new content, sadly. I enjoyed making this video. I enjoyed thinking about what I wanted on the list, and I would love to hear your guys' list in the comments below. Please put in the comments a time if I had messed up, or maybe information that I said that was false. I don't read the comics all too much. I do very basic information and sometimes, or basic research, and sometimes I can get information wrong. And this is how I can improve my channel, by learning what I said was wrong and say the right thing in the future, so that I don't get anybody's angry spidey senses tingling. This has been The Senate. Strike the subscribe button with all of your hatred, and your journey to joining my empire will be complete. Please, do it.